Hello ladies and gentlemen, the purpose of this video is to show you how to determine if we are in a bullish or in a bearish market, okay? So for doing so, I will be using the Tradingview platform, which allows me to make some programming and to build and manipulate the variables in many different ways. So I like it very much. And the first thing I will be doing is to establishing a variable here named SPX, and I will be getting the S&P 500 prices here. And I want the Brent spot prices as well. Okay, so also have those two variables here. I'm using the request class and the security method here. Also I have those variables. I will be calculating the ratio between them. And once I have established the ratio between them, I will be calculating here in the line 11 the 7 years moving average of this ratio as well. Okay, so the ratio here corresponds to this purple curve here, and the plotting of this curve is determined here by the line 15. I'm using the plot method here, putting my ratio, the title of my curve, and establishing, you know, the different the color that I want to show. And the same thing I will be doing with my 7 years moving average. The question here is the following: why I am choosing those variables to determine whether we are in a bullish or in a bearish market. So basically we needed to understand the hypothesis over which this building, this framework is grounded. The first element that we needed to understand is that a bullish market is a kind of market where the enterprises are able to transforming the energy in a profitable way. Okay, so when my ratio is going upward, just like here, it means that those enterprises are capable of extracting the energy available in the country and to transforming this energy in profitable products. Okay, so when the ratio is going upward, this is the way we'll be interpreting this movement. All right, so right now I would like to think with you what happens when the ratio breaks down the 7 years moving average and go downward. So it means that the denominator of my ratio is increasing in a much faster way than the S&P 500. And when this kind of situation materializes in the market, it means that prices are substantially increasing, and the profitability of those enterprises are reducing, because of the energy prices is one of the most important costs that an enterprise can have. So this is the reason why usually markets, they don't like to have higher energy prices, and this explains as well why I'm choosing those variables to verify if we are in a bullish or in a bearish market. Okay, so so far, what is the situation today? If we look to the US, things are going pretty well. We have S&P 500 upward. Is the 7 years moving average. It means that prices, the level of prices of the energy are okay. So there's no problem at all with that. But at the same time, there are another KPI that I like to analyze as well, not only those capacity of transform energy, and it is the ratio between the S&P and the gold. And when we give it a look, the situation is a little bit different of the one that we have for the oil. And for the building of this indicator, I have basically proceeded with the same structure that I did with the Brent oil. So the first thing, I got the S&P500 data here. Yeah, so this is the gold. Just right after, I've captured the gold using the XAU USD data as well. And after I'm calculating this ratio here, and right after the same thing, I'm establishing a new variable. Was goal is to calculate the 7 years moving average between then and after I'm plotting here. So what does it mean? When we have the curve upward, the 7 years moving average, it means that for the market, investors are considering that it's much more interesting to invest their money in the market than to keeping it invested in gold. It means that it's more interesting to have your money in productive activities than in the thesaurization of your money, okay? But what is happening since January 2025 is something that afraids me a little bit, and this is the reason why I'm not full in the American market right now, is that from that date until today, prices of gold are increasing in a more substantial way than the S&P 500, and it means that the market, for one reason that skips me, is considering that it's pretty much that we have pretty much a kind of wolf free in the market. Something very bad is happening. We don't know exactly what it is, but that's something that afraids me a little bit. And so yeah, we need to take care. We need to take care about the American market. It's not normal to have gold on those tops that we have seen in the last months. So we need to be take care of. So what is the best situation for us? It would be, let's say you guys are analyzing a country here in Tradingview, and you have both the ratio between S&P and the Brent spot prices and the S&P and the gold breaking upward, this 7 years moving average. So this would be the best scenario for us. So in general, this kind of analysis that I'm doing here is very easy to build on TradingView. And the same thing that we have done here for the USA, you could do for no matter what country. Let's say that we would like to analyze the situation in China, you could use the same kind of approach. And if you want to analyze in Brazil, in France, or no matter what country that interests you, so you could do the same kind of analysis, and you could check what is happening, okay? So yeah, this is the situation. Thank you very much, everybody, and do not hesitate to reach out if you have any question. Thank you very much, everybody.